San Diego Unveiled is a talk show solely for women.
It represents women from all over San Diego.
They come to our show to express their love and passion for what they do.
It's just a lot of inspiration, and
our voices are often sheltered and shunned, but San Diego Unveiled puts volume behind us and lets us be heard and seen in ways that has never been done in San Diego.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I promise.
Welcome back to San Diego Unveiled. I'm your host, Janesha Gagas. Our guest today is a local actor, director, and full-time filmmaker. She's involved in the new Iron First TV series, Beyond the Grave. Please welcome Denise Riddle. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Fantastic, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So you worked with disabled children before you became a full-time filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
What did you begin your journey with, with film, and how did you become so involved in San Diego?
Well, I did commercials as a child here in San Diego. My family was in the film industry and directors and producers in the film industry, so I got just automatically cast in commercials just because I was related to, people that were
in that industry. Yeah.
So, but it was so much dedication, and I knew how much work it was. My grades started falling, so my mom pulled me out, no more. Because it's just, you're up in LA all the time, and it's just hard. And I was like, that's all I wanted to do, so my grades went. So I just decided to have my kids and knew in my heart that when the time was right and I could dedicate 100%, 180%, then that time would come. And my kids are grown, 24 and 22. They're both in the nursing field.
Oh, that's awesome.
And my husband is majorly supportive, so I had to quit my job. I was doing special needs care and respite care, and also taking care of Alzheimer's and dementia patients, but couldn't do both. And so I had to quit. That'll be there later on when I don't have any film projects, but I don't see when that will be happening. So.
Definitely, especially if you have so much creativity in you. It's just, it has to just come out if you can.
I have scripts and scripts of notebooks, 12 of them just stacked up, that need to be typed out in scripts, which is why I advertise this needs to happen now. And yeah, it's great. I love it. I love every second of it.
When did you realize this was something that you loved the most?
The minute I went to the first 48-hour film and got on a team to do that, it was like, okay, this is not only what I want to do, to be on a team and act, but I obviously can write and direct and produce and have so much more. So I just didn't want to get on a team to just do acting anymore. I wanted
you want to go beyond that.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a creator.
Yeah, but you have to know every aspect of it. So I've learned camera, lights, learned how to
really
lay the
important.
tracks for the camera, the sliders. I'm learning every little detail in sound, just so I don't go out there and say, okay, well, this project isn't good. I know it's not going to be good because of what facet isn't functioning, because I've learned all these fields. So having the knowledge of that first before I jump in has been a great help. So I've had a year of training on all the sets. I go in way earlier than my call time just to hang out and learn. And then I help clean up. Awesome. And I stay late, and I learn as much as I can.
I think that's what you should, that's how your mindset should be if you're trying to get into that field, because there's so many information that you need to absorb for it to be so awesome.
And to appreciate it all.
Oh,
you see these directors that just yell at people and oh, you're not doing that right. Well, look, tell them why. Show them how to do it better. Show them what you want and how you want it done. But if you don't have the ability to do that, you not only can be a good director and teacher, but you can't expect people to do what you want for your project if you don't even know how to do it yourself.
Definitely.
So it's, if something happens, I can jump in and accomplish it myself if I have to, but, it's nice to appreciate everything, every facet that goes into the industry.
That is awesome. Were there any challenges that kind of pushed back from pursuing some of the projects that you've done?
It's entertaining, but computers. I am so behind the times with computers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just
technology.
learned how to screenshot. I'm the smartest person in the world, and everybody's
so
like, that
funny.
is so like, everybody's
That's
done
so
that for
5
15
years ago.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
gosh.
I mean, I don't like learning all this software and Dubscript and Celtics, and I'm like, help me. So I mean, I've obviously hired people to help me because I just cannot. I'm
Grasp
throwing
that
myself
yet.
into the digital age, and especially when it comes to learning editing and all that stuff, there's like, it's so complicated. If I turn on the computer and get it to even just get my emails, I'm excited that worked for me. So everything else is like, okay, that part I need to learn more about, but I don't have time, so I'll just have to leave it to the experts like Ariana. She does all that and does it well.
Oh, see, that's why
And
you
it's
guys
so
are a
easy
great
for her.
team.
And she's like, oh, all you do is this, and this, and you do that, control, alt, delete, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. Call me later.
That's so funny.
So, yeah, and it's just, I love this field. I know I would do it 24/7. I filmed for like 2 weeks straight when Pitch was here. And when it ended, I was basically just like
Didn't know
ready
what
to
to do
be
with
in
yourself.
tears. Like, oh my gosh, and I cannot stay home and do laundry and cook and clean. I have to be,
Constantly doing
Yeah.
something with projects and
even if it's not mine, I have to be
Oh,
in
yeah,
somebody
just-
else's.
that-
So just helping the PA. And I'm working on a lot of other films that I'm on a lot of other projects too,
that's awesome.
on top of all of my own. So yeah, it's just what I want to do.
That's awesome. What would you most like to see changes about this industry here in San Diego?
I can't say that the San Diego industry has a direct impact on women filmmakers because I haven't had any problems with discrimination or anything here with filming. Other than just not having the film office here, working with other directors that have come down to try to film in San Diego, we've gotten kicked off locations because we don't have a permit. There's no permit office. It takes 6 months to get a permit. It's just like this vicious loop that you're in, and it's impossible for filmmakers to work
Yeah.
here. We have no big studio here.
And I feel like locations would even be harder to get permits for
They
over
are.
here.
They are. And
Yeah.
you don't have that liaison that can, carve that path for you and make that call, and here's your permit for filming. So I've
Yeah.
had directors that I've worked with that have come down from LA and that we got moved to 5 different locations. And it's like, he's asking me, where can we film? And I'm in San Diego where we won't get kicked off of a location. I'm like, you can't.
It's a tough
you
one.
can't. So he's
Yeah.
like, well, that sucks because I would come back to San Diego to film more films.
Because it's
So
beautiful over here.
it is. It's gorgeous, and we have so many talented people: actors, musicians, artists. It's just endless talent that is here in San Diego. And I've met so many of them, and that I've worked with. And Mark Allen, they are moved on to Netflix shows in LA, and it just so many talented people that could go so far. But it just, you can't do it in San Diego.
Yeah, you gotta branch out.
But
you
I don't want to
know?
leave and take my work to LA. I want
Yeah.
it here. And I want, we're working with an organization to train homeless and low-income women that want to get into the field of filmmaking.
But don't have those assets.
Don't have
yeah.
even access to it, or can't afford the equipment, nor even know how to get into it. We're going to be teaching them through our series. We'll be partnering with Women's Wisdom House, nonprofit organization to help train women. So I'd like to see more of San Diego filming happen, easily here with, the office would be great in the first step. But it has to function properly, It has to be where it's easy and accessible and have good leadership. So we'll see what they come up with. I know that's in the works. I've seen a lot of posts about it. Francine Filsinger just got 2 series picked up here for San Diego.
That's awesome.
And one will be on A&E, which is a big accomplishment. So, and one's called Off the Life on the Lot. So that one's supposed to be really good too. So
That's
anyways,
awesome.
it's exciting to see stuff coming to San Diego.
Yeah, I'm really excited about all the work that you've already accomplished and the ones that you see in your future. I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
It was really incredible meeting you,
too.
and
Thank you
just
for having
how
me.
inspirational you are. Thank you for being here.
You so much. Thank you.
you.
You're gorgeous.
Wow, you're gorgeous. I
know.
can't. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. No matter what your path is in life, it is never too late to commit yourself fully to your ultimate dream and to fight for what you believe is right. Thanks for joining us, San Diego, and until next time, stay safe and stay classy.